Today, my name is Gallardo. We're going to be moving on to our next session. We're going to begin now with our warm-up. For our warm-up, we're going to begin with low box steps. So what you're going to do is you're going to open your legs shoulder width apart, maybe even a little wider. You're just going to bend slightly, and you're going to move forward and back, forward and back. We're going to do that for a minute. Beginning now. Doing good. Halfway there. Doing good. 15 more seconds. Good. 5 more. 3, 2, and time. That was the end of that one. We're going to take a little breather and then we'll move on to the next exercise. We're back. We're going to move on to our second exercise. What we're going to be doing is jogging in place. All you want to do is just grab yourself a little area and then just move your legs. We're going to do that for 2 minutes. Beginning now. Go at your own pace. Doesn't have to be fast, just so that you get your blood flowing at your own pace. Keep going. Good. Keep going. Doing good. Remember, it's at your own pace. Halfway there. Almost. Push through. Doing good. Almost done. Two more seconds. Seconds. 4, 5, time. Good. We're going to take a little 30-second breather and then we'll be right back to move on to the next exercise. We're back. We're going to begin now with straight punches. We're going to do 2 sets of those, 1 minute each. What we're going to do is you're just going to open your leg, get yourself a nice little stance, little bend, and you're just going to punch forward. As fast as you want, you can go slow, or you can go fast. We're going to do it twice for a minute each time. Beginning now. Doing good. 20 more seconds. Good. Good control. Five more seconds. And time. That was the end of our first set. A little 30-second breather, and we'll move on to the second set. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on to the second set of straight punches. Remember, it's for a minute, beginning now. Halfway there, doing good. Fifteen seconds. Push through, almost done. And time. Good. We're going to take a little 30-second breather, and we're going to move on to our next exercise. We're back. We're going to move on to the next exercise, which are uppercut punches. So what you're going to do is you're still going to have the same stance. You're still going to bend down a little bit, and you're just going to punch up. So from back here, you're going to have your arms here on your side, and you're just going to punch up. We're going to do 2 sets of these, and we're going to do each set for 1 minute, beginning now. At your own pace, you're doing good. Don't forget to breathe. Good, good pace. Doing good. Almost done. Control. 15 seconds. Three, two, one, time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little 30-second breather, and we're going to move on to our second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of uppercut punches. Remember, it's going to be for a minute each, beginning now. Good pace. Keep that control. Doing good. We're doing good. We're halfway there. Doing good. Push through. Almost done. Three, two, one, time. That was the end of that exercise. We're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back for our next exercise. Okay, we're back for our next exercise. We're going to be doing sky punches. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a little stance, just shoulder width apart for this one. Make sure your feet are plantar flexion, straight on the ground. And put your hands at a 90 degree, and you're just going to punch up. Straight up. And we're going to do 2 sets of these for 1 minute each. Beginning now. Remember, go at your own pace. It doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be really slow. Just wherever you're comfortable. Halfway there. Five, four, three, two, one. That was the end of that set. We're gonna take a little break and we're gonna come back for our second set. We're back. We're gonna continue with our second set of sky pinches. Remember, it's for a minute, beginning now. At your own pace. Doesn't have to be fast. It's okay. Take a break if you need it. Breathe. At your own pace, you're doing good. 5, 4, 3, 2, time. Good. That was the end of our second session and the end of our warm-up. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back to begin circuit 1. Okay, we're back. So what we're going to move on to now is tricep dips. What you're going to need is a chair. What you're going to do is you're going to sit on the chair, place your hands on the side, start walking forward as far as you can, have your legs straight, and just dip. Make sure it's your hands that are dipping. The modified version is just let bring your legs to a 90-degree angle, and then dip, and dip. We're gonna do these for 3 sets of these for 20 seconds each, beginning now. And time. That's the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and then we're going to move on to the second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of tricep dips. I'm going to actually do 10 seconds the regular way and then I'm going to do 10 seconds the modified way. Beginning now. That's the end of our second set. I'm going to take a 30-second breather and I'll be back for the third set. We're back. I'm going to continue with this third set of tricep dips. Remember, I'm doing 10 seconds the first way we showed you, 10 seconds the modified way. Beginning now. Time. That's the end of our tricep dip exercise. Gonna take a little breather and I'll be back for the second exercise. Okay, so we're back for our next exercise. We're gonna be doing are called tricep wall extensions. So for tricep wall extensions, what you're gonna wanna do is, of course, make sure you're somewhere where there's an empty wall. You're gonna put your hands on the wall, put your feet a little bit back to the point where you feel the stretch on your back. And you're just going to let your elbows touch the wall and then back to extension. Then let your elbows touch the wall and back to extension. We're going to do 3 sets of these for 20 seconds each. Beginning now. Doing good, and time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and then we'll be back for the second set. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on to our second set of tricep wall extensions. Remember, it's for 20 seconds, beginning now. Make sure your elbows are touching the wall. You're pushing up, that your back stays straight. Don't let it round. And keep breathing. And time. That's the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the third set. We're going to continue with our third set of tricep wall extensions. Remember, 20 seconds, beginning now. That is the end of our tricep wall extensions. We're going to take a little break and we'll be back with our next exercise. Okay, so we're back. Now we're moving on to our core and musculature exercise. I'm sorry I did not mention the last two exercises we did do were actually from the power and strength exercise section. We're going to do now, for core, we're going to do standing crunches. So what you want to do is you're going to put your hands above your head, just gripping each other. You're going to bring your right leg up, tapping it with your hands. Tap your knee with your hands. And then the next one. We're going to do this for 45 seconds for 3 sets. Beginning now. Doing good. Make sure as you're bringing your knees and your hands together that you're squeezing your stomach at the same time, making sure you're feeling that contraction going on inside your core. 15 more seconds. Doing good. And time. That is the end of our first set. We're going to take a 30-second breather and we'll be back for our second set. We're back for our second set of standing crunches. Remember, it's 45 seconds beginning now. Make sure you're squeezing, feeling all the contractions going on as you're squeezing when your knees and your hands come together. So you're fully extending when your hands come up. Doing good. Make sure you're breathing. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling as your knees are touching your hands. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. That was the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll move on to our third set. We're back. We're going to move on to our third set of standing crunches. Remember, it's for 45 seconds, beginning now. Inhaling at extension. Exhaling as you're crunching. Make sure you're squeezing that core. 15 more seconds. Doing good. And time. That is the end of our first core and musculature exercise for this circuit. We're going to take a little break and we'll be back for the next exercise. Okay, we're back. So now we're going to move on to our balance and stability exercise. What we're going to be doing is a lunge with a knee drive. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your right leg forward first, leaving the back one straight, then lunging, and then you're going to come up and bring it up like a high knee. And then you're going to go back, and again. We're going to do one side for 15 seconds, and then the other side for another 15 seconds. We're going to do 3 sets of these. Beginning now. Control and make sure it's at your own pace. Doing good. Good. Make sure you're squeezing and switch. Doing good. Make sure you're squeezing your core. It's going to help you maintain that balance. And time. That's our first set. We're going to take a little break and then we're going to be back for the second set. So we're back with our second set of lunge with a drive. Remember, it's 15 seconds on each side, beginning now. At your own pace, you're doing good. And switch. Five more seconds. And time. That was the end of our second set. We're going to take a little 30-second breather and we'll be back for the third set. We're back. We're going to move on to our third set of lunge with knee drives, beginning now. Make sure you're controlling, breathing, and switch. Doing good. 5 more seconds. And time. That was the end of our balance and stability exercise for this circuit. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the next exercise. Okay, so we're back. We're moving on to our next exercise, which is in the speed and agility exercise section. What we're going to be doing are called high knee Heisman. So what you're going to do is you're going to open your legs a little bit more than shoulder width apart. You're going to have your hands right here, and you're just going to up, down, up, down. Go at your own pace. We're going to do 3 sets for 15 seconds, beginning now. More seconds. Doing good. And time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a 30-second breather and we'll move on to our second set. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on to our second set of high knee Heisman. Remember, it's for 15 seconds at your own pace. Beginning now. Time. That was the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for our third set. We're back. We're going to finish off our third set of high knee Heisman. Remember, it's 15 seconds, beginning now. and time. That is the end of our speed and agility section. We're going to take a 30-second break and we'll be right back to begin our cardiovascular section. We're back. We're going to move on to our cardiovascular aerobic training section. What we're going to do are called running punches. What those actually consist of is a high knee and a punch at the same time. So what you're going to do is bring your leg up and punch, then back down, then do the opposite, up and punch. And we're going to do that at your own pace. So if you want to do it fast, that's up to you. If you want to take it slow, it's totally up to you. We're going to do 3 sets of those, and we're going to do them for 1 minute and 45 seconds each time. Beginning now. Make sure you pace yourself. We are doing these for 1 minute and 45 seconds. Keep going, keep breathing. Almost done, doing good. Doing good. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little break and then we'll be back for our second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of the cardiovascular aerobic training exercise. And remember, we're doing runner's punch. We're going to do another 1 minute and 45 seconds of those. Beginning now. Remember, at your own pace. Doing good. We're halfway there, you guys. Keep pushing. Fifteen more seconds. And time. That's the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the third set. We're back for set 3. We're going to do 1 minute and 45 seconds beginning now. Almost done. Keep pushing through. More seconds. And time. That is the end of our sets for our first circuit. Going to take a little break and we'll begin with circuit 2. So we're back. We're moving on to circuit 2. We're going to do our first power and strength exercise for this section. What we're going to do are called, explosive wall push. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to put your hands with your palms facing forward. Your arms are not going to be right here. They're going to be a little bit more apart. What you're going to do is you're going to get the wall. You're going to fall into the wall and you're going to push off. Making sure to keep your hands in this direction. We're going to do 3 sets of 20 seconds each, beginning now. Good. Doing good. 10 more seconds. Doing good. And time up. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of our explosive wall push. Remember, it's for 20 seconds, beginning now. Good. Doing good. Good. 10 more seconds. Control. 3, 2, 1, time. That was the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the third set. We're back. We're going to begin our third set of explosive wall pushes. Remember, it's for 20 seconds beginning now. Good. Keep going. You're doing very good. Pushing, almost done. 3, 2, 1, time. Good job. That was the end of our third set. We're going to take a little breather and then we're going to move on to our next exercise. Okay, so we're back. What we're actually going to move on to now is our second power and strength exercise for this circuit. What we're going to be doing are called wide curls. So what you want to do is get your stance ready. It's going to be shoulder width apart with just a little tiny bend in your knees. You're going to grab your either cans of food or water bottles. You're going to have your hands down to your side, and you're going to abduct your arms up, and then bringing them in to adduction. They're going to be called wide curls. We're going to do 3 sets of these for 20 seconds each time. If you want to modify it, you can also just sit down on the chair and still just start with your hands apart, with your hands on your side, going up. Beginning now. Doing good at your own pace. Good. 5 more seconds. And time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to move on to our second set after our 30-second breather. Okay, we're back for our second set of wide curls. Remember, it's for 30 seconds, beginning now. Make sure you have that stance good. Doing good. end of our second set. We'll be back for our third set. We're back for our third set of wide curls. Remember, it's for 30 seconds each, beginning now. Doing good. More seconds. And time. That was the end of that exercise. 30-second break, and we'll be right back for the next exercise. We're back. We're going to move on now to our core musculature exercise. For this circuit, what we're going to be doing is actually called a cross-body crunch. What you're going to want to do to start off is open your legs a little bit more than shoulder width apart. You're going to start with your right hand up, just reaching up diagonally. You're going to bring it down to cross your body, to cross and hit your knee. And we're going to do one side for 15 seconds. Then we're going to switch to the next side and do that side for another 15 seconds. Okay? Right here, beginning now. Make sure you're squeezing your core as you're bringing your knee and your leg to each other and feeling that contraction. And switch. Exhaling as your knee and your elbow come together. Good. And time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little 30-second breather and move on to the second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of cross-body crunches. Remember, it's 30 seconds with 15 seconds per side, beginning now. Feel that contraction when your knee touches your elbow. Make sure you're squeezing tight and that you keep breathing. Exhale as they touch. Inhale as you're adding an extension at your legs and your hands. And switch. And time. That was the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our third set. We're back for our third set of cross-body crunches. Remember, 30 seconds with 15 seconds per each side, beginning now. Good. Go at your own pace, doing good. Make sure you're squeezing. And switch. And time. That was the end of our core muscular exercise for this circuit. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the next exercise. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on to our balance and stability section. What we're going to be doing are called forward side steps. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand on one leg and you're going to slightly bend the knee that you're standing on. And you're going to step from side to side, tapping every single side back and forth. We're going to do this for 30 seconds with 15 seconds on each side. Beginning now. Make sure you're squeezing your stomach as you're doing this to make sure that it's holding your core up and you're straight. Go ahead and switch. Doing good. Make sure you're controlling, keeping your balance up. Doing good. And time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the second set. We're back. We're going to be moving on to our second set of forward side steps. Remember, 30 seconds, 15 seconds each leg, beginning now. Make sure to squeeze to get that control in. Doing good. Go ahead and switch legs. And time. That was the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for our third set. We're back. We're going to continue with our third set of forward side steps. Remember, 30 seconds, 15 seconds each side. Beginning now. Make sure you're squeezing. Control. And switch. Sorry. And time. That was the end of our balance and stability exercise section for this circuit. We're going to take a little breather and we're going to move on to the next exercise. We're going to move on to our next workout, which is going to consist of our speed and agility exercise. What we're going to do are called in and out circles. What those consist of, you're going to literally 1 foot in, out, I'm sorry, in and out, in and out, in and out. And you're going to keep going in a circle, and we're going to do 3 sets of those for 20 seconds each. Beginning now. And time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to the second set. So we're back. We're going to continue with our second set of in and outs. Beginning now. Doing good. In, out, out. In, out, out. In, out, out. Doing good. 5 more seconds at your own pace. And time. That was the end of our second session. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our third set. Okay, we're back. I'm going to move on to the third set of our in and outs. Remember, it's for 20 seconds, beginning now. In, out, out. In, out, out. And time. That is the end of our speed and agility section, and that concludes that one for today. We're going to take a little break, and then we're going to move on to our cardiovascular aerobic training section. The next exercise we're going to be doing now is for the cardiovascular aerobic training section. What we're going to be doing is just simply called single, punch, then double. What you're going to do, you're going to get a nice little stance with your feet a little shoulder width apart, little bend. You're going to hold your hands up. You're going to punch 4 times single. 1, 2, 3, 4, then double. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, double. Okay? We're going to do that at your own pace. You can do it really fast. You can do it slow. Just make sure that you can get through it. We're going to do 3 sets of 1 minute and 45 seconds each one. Beginning now. 1, 2, 3, 4, double, double. Good. Make sure we're breathing. Maintaining your posture, doing good. Almost done, doing good. 15 more seconds. Five more seconds. And time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to the second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of that cardiovascular workout, beginning now. Remember, it is 1 minute and 45 seconds, so pace yourselves. Doing good. Good job. At your own pace. Almost done, doing good. Keep pushing. Control at your own speed. Good. Keep pushing through. Doing good at your own speed. 15 more seconds. And time. We're back. We're going to finish our third set of this exercise. Remember, it's 1 minute and 45 seconds, so make sure that you're pacing yourself beginning now.
Yeah, that's right. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Doing good. Good job. Halfway there. Almost done. More seconds. Time. That's the end of our cardiovascular aerobic training section for this circuit. We're going to take a little breather. We're going to be moving on to our third circuit. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on now to single tricep extensions. We're going to be doing 3 sets of 30 seconds each one. What you're going to do is you're going to grab either your water bottle or a can of food. You're going to place it over your shoulder through the back, and all you're going to move is just the upper part of your elbow. And that's Make sure you're controlling. And time. That is the end of the first set. We're going to take a little breather and then we'll be back for the second set. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on to our second set. Remember, it's 30 seconds with 15 seconds on each side, beginning now. Make sure you're controlling. And switch. And time. That was the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather. We're going to move on to our third and last set of single tricep extensions. Remember, 30 seconds, 15 seconds each side, beginning now. And go ahead and switch. And time. That was the end of our single tricep extensions. And that was our power and strength exercise for this circuit. We're going to move on to the second one in just a few seconds. Okay, so we're back, moving on to our second power and strength exercise for this circuit and our last one for the day. It's actually going to be now a tricep extension, but using both hands. What you're going to do is you're going to grab your object that you're using. Let me step backwards. You're going to place your arms above your head, letting it go down, and what you're going to do is just extend. You want to make sure that your arms stay squeezing your head as you're coming up. We're going to do 3 sets of those, and we're going to do it for 20 seconds each time, beginning now. Doing good. Keep pushing through. Feeling that contraction in your tricep, and time. That was the end of our first set. We'll be back for the second set. We're back. We're going to move to our second set of tricep extensions. Remember, it's for 20 seconds, beginning now. Doing good. Keep pushing through. We're almost done. And time. That was the end of our second set. We'll be back for our third set. We're back. Going to finish off with our third set of tricep extensions beginning now. Good. Make sure you're controlling. Squeezing. And time. That is the end of our tricep extensions and our last strength and power exercise for today. We're going to take a little breather and move on to the next exercise. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on now to our core musculature exercise. What we're going to be doing now are called just side leg lifts. What you're going to do is you're going to grab your hands. You're going to keep them right here, really tight. All you're going to do is lift your leg to the side. Make sure when you're bringing your leg up that you're really squeezing all your core and all this. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. We're going to do 15 seconds on your right leg, and then we're going to switch over the other 15 seconds on your left leg. Beginning now. Make sure you're squeezing. Exhaling as your leg comes up. Inhaling as it's coming down. And switch. sure it's coming to the side. And time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and be back for the second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set, beginning now. Switch. Good. Doing good. Make sure you're squeezing. And time. That was the end of our second set. Little breather, and we're going to begin our third set. Okay, we're going to move on now to our third set. Remember, 30 seconds, 15 each side, beginning now. Control. Make sure you're squeezing as it comes up. Feel that contraction on your side. Contracting, I'm sorry. And switch. Doing good. And time. That was the end of our core musculature exercises for today. We're going to take a breather and move on to our cardiovascular and aerobic training section. We're moving on now to our balance and stability exercise. What we're going to be doing are actually called hip hinges. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to want to bend your knees slightly, and you're going to be pushing your butt out very little, and you're going to be leaning forward, making sure that your back is in a straight position, and making sure that it's just perfectly straight. Then coming back up and going back down. You're going to want to use a chair. You're going to want to use a chair if you need it just to keep you balanced. If not, go ahead and continue without it. We're going to do 3 sets for 20 seconds each one, beginning now. Good. Make sure that back stays controlled. Controlled. Make sure you're going slow so that we're feeling the stretch. Doing good. And time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather, and then we'll be back for the second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of hip hinges. Remember, it's for 20 seconds each. Get in your position, get those knees bent, and begin. Making sure that back is straight, don't let it curve, and good. Should be feeling this in your hamstrings. Make sure you're squeezing your core and that everything is tight. And time. That was the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to the third set. We're back. We're going to move on to our third set of hip hinges. Make sure you have that nice little stance going on. Knees bent, and begin. Don't let your back arch. Doing good. Good. And time. That was the end of our balance and stability exercises. We're going to take a little breather and then move on to our cardiovascular section. We're back for our cardiovascular and aerobic training session, and it's our last one, where we're going to be doing our forward and upward punches. What you're going to do is you're going to get your little stance, also shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit more open. Or even if you need it modified, you can do it sitting down. What you're going to do is you're going to punch forward and then punch up. Punch forward and then punch up. We're going to do this for a minute and 45 seconds for 3 sets, beginning now. Make sure you're going at your own pace. Doing good. Doing good. Keep going. Good. Keep pushing through at your own pace. You're doing good. Halfway there. Doing good. Almost done. Good. Keep breathing through it. Almost done. Keep pushing through. And time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to move on to our second set in just a few seconds. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set. Remember, it's 1 minute and 45 seconds, so pace yourself. Beginning now. Doing good. Keep pushing through. Doing good. Halfway there. Fifteen more seconds. Three, two, and time. That was the end of our second circuit. We're going to take a little breather and then we'll be back for the third set. We're back for our third and final set of this circuit. Remember, it's 1 minute and 45 seconds beginning now. Doing good. begin with our cool down session. We're back for our cool down section. We're going to begin with just reaching for our toes. We're going to have our hands up. We're going to have your feet together. You're going to take a deep breath in, let it out, and just reach as far as you can go. Hold it for 30 seconds. We're going to come back up, take another deep breath, and then go down for another 30 seconds. We're going to do that twice. We're going to do 2 sets of 1 minute each with 30 seconds up and down. Beginning now. Make sure you're feeling that stretch, that you're breathing. Continue to breathe. Come back up, taking a deep breath in, inhaling, let it go as you're coming down. And breathing. Keep going. And you're going to go back up, taking a deep breath in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And release, going down. Good, and hold. Keep holding. Inhale, hold that breath in, and release as you're going down. Good. Keep holding. Come back up. And relax. We're going to take a little, shake it off, then we're going to move on to our next exercise. Okay, so we're back for our next exercise. What we're going to be doing is actually just a neck stretch. What you're going to do is you're going to grab your left hand and you're going to place it on your opposite side of your head. And you're just going to slightly pull it till you feel that stretch. Going to hold that for 30 seconds. And then going to release, bring your head back to the center. Grab the other side and repeat for another 30 seconds. We're going to do that for 2 minutes with switching every 30 seconds. Beginning now. Make sure you feel that stretch. Don't pull too much, just to where it feels good for yourself. And still continue to breathe. We're going to go ahead and switch sides. Doing good. Continue breathing. We're going to go ahead and now switch sides. Okay, we're going to relax, and then we're going to grab the other side one last 15 more seconds. Almost done. And time. We're going to shake it off and we'll be back for the next exercise. Okay, so we're back. We're going to move on to our child's pose. We're going to move on to our child's pose. We're going to do 2 minutes. We're going to go down for a minute, come back, inhale, let it go, and then go back down for another minute. What that is that you're actually going to bring your hands up, and you're just going to bring them forward, and then just pull down with pull your back and your shoulders down as much as you can just to get that full stretch in. We're going to do that for 2 minutes, beginning now. Make sure you feel that stretch on your back. Doing good. Doing good. Keep holding. We're going to bring it back up. Inhaling as you're coming back up, arms up. Take a deep breath in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then go back down. Exhaling as you go back down. Making sure that you're getting that full stretch again on your back and on your shoulders. Doing good. Keep holding it. Good. Almost done. Keep holding it. Keep pushing through. 20 more seconds. And that's time. We're going to go ahead, shake that off, and we'll be back for our next exercise. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on to our shoulder stretch. What you're going to be doing is you're going to grab your arm. You're going to put your hand right here behind your hip or on the side. And with your other hand, you're going to grab your elbow and you're just going to pull as much as you can in. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds. We're going to shake it off. Then do the other side for 30 seconds. And we're going to keep doing that ongoing for 2 minutes, beginning now.
I don't reach.
So just like up here, like right here. It can be on the side. Here, I'll do this side.
I don't reach.
Okay.
God damn it.
Okay, we're going to shake it off and we're going to do the other arm. Doing good. Make sure you're holding it. You got it. Shake it off. We're going to switch arms. Pulling it in only as much as you can. Don't overforce it. And still breathing. We're going to shake it off. Gonna switch arms. And we're gonna hold. Two more seconds, almost done. And time. We're gonna shake it off and then we're gonna move on to the next exercise. Okay, so we're back to do our final cool down stretch to end our day. What we're gonna do is actually called an eagle arm stretch. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your arms out, palms facing downward. You're gonna cross them. You're gonna pick it up and you're gonna cross again. And you're gonna have your palms against each other. We're gonna hold that. We're gonna do that for 2 minutes, rotating our hands every 30 seconds. Beginning now. Keep breathing. Control. Doing good. And shake it off. Switch. Other hand goes. Just as far as you can go is fine. We're just starting off with this stretch today. It's fine. Keep holding. 5 more seconds. And shake it off. Now switch. Keep holding, doing good. We're going to shake it off, and we're going to switch. Doing good. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, time. That concludes our workout for the day. Thank you.